Hi Johnny, thank you for taking the time to chat. Obviously, you had a great Super Enduro season. Surprised, I think, a few, considering it was a new bike in an already competitive field. It wasn't a secret that it was an MX bike that had been tweaked a little bit. Now, obviously, the Enduro bike is here. What do you think are like the major differences between the two?
Yeah, I think obviously the job we did for Triumph was amazing. You know, I think to come second in the championship on a brand new bike that's never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
We didn't have no settings or nothing, so it was like a bit of a free for all. As soon as I jumped on the bike, I felt confident.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is. As soon as before I even signed, I went and tested the bike, and I was like so impressed straight away that like I literally wanted to sign there and then. So I signed, and yeah, now we've got the complete Enduro bike now. I'm impressed with it. The power is obviously different. You've got your motocross bike, which is real fast revving. For 250, it's really strong, you know, for a stock bike. Whereas the Enduro bike's a lot smoother. You've got good bottom end power. And I feel like it's a bit like a tractor, you know, on the hills, the slippy hills, it just keeps pulling all the way up the hills. So yeah, it's a good engine.
Nice. I actually bumped into you at ABR Festival last year. Obviously, I think that was just after the announcement of obviously leaving the other team. There was definitely some offers on the table. What was it about this project? Obviously, knowing that there wasn't even an Enduro bike in existence at that moment, what was it about this project that made you want to jump in?
Yeah, obviously, I watch motocross all the time, and obviously when I saw them coming in, obviously it's a British brand, coming in to race motocross, and they went straight to pretty much podiums in motocross, which it's impressive. I know Paul, I speak to Paul all the time, and he's done all the testing for the bike, so I was speaking with him and he's telling me how good the bike is, and obviously everyone's going to say the bike's good, but when I actually jumped on it, I was immediately impressed. So when I got let go from the other ride, I was kind of open, didn't really know what I was going to do. I was kind of speaking with Triumph, and yeah, I kind of pushed them more than anything. They obviously said, oh, we haven't got the Enduro bike ready yet, so it's going to be a little while, but I was like, I'm out of a contract now, let's go, the bike's good enough, let's just go racing. So we did, and I think we did a solid job.
Amazing. What's next then? Obviously you do have the full Enduro here. I mean, the 450 is also incredible. What do you think is the future plans? Like, is this hard Enduro? Are you going to use this for any races?
Yeah, so this week has been the first time I've rode the 250 Enduro bike properly, like as a stock bike as it's going to be sold, and also the 450. So I've kind of decided, just riding it around here, that I feel like the 450, because it feels so light and nimble, that it's going to be a good bike for Super Enduro. So I'll probably go 450 for Super Enduro, just because if it's too powerful, we can always tame it down. But it's not heavy, you know, it's only a little bit heavier than the 250. It's
actually insane how even just sitting on it, like it just feels so light. I mean, we all knew that the 250 was going to be a good bike, but I just don't think we realised how good the 450 is.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like with the frame, everything feels so comfortable, so light. So I think definitely Super Enduro and Endurocross on a 450. And then for extreme races, you don't really need the power. Obviously, we have long hill climbs and stuff like that, but the torque on that bike is good enough for them. So I think stick to the 250 for extreme, and pretty much the first race we're going to do is Erzberg. So we go home from here now with the bike that I've rode here. We're going to start doing a little bit, just get suspension and stuff dialed in, and then we'll just go to Erzberg on basically the bike as it is.
Yeah. And will there be, where is the prep for that? Where do you ride rocks that you need to get familiar with on that bike? Because obviously coming from the 2-stroke as well, like how different is it going to be riding the 4-stroke on that type of terrain?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be massive, because obviously no one rides a 4-stroke in extreme. Everyone's on 2-strokes, and I feel like it's going to be a surprise to a lot of people. I feel like the bike's really good as it is out the box. So from there onwards, obviously the 2-strokes have done so much developing over the years to make it so good for extreme that everyone knows what they need to do. As soon as they buy a bike, they know they need to do this, this and this. Whereas a 4-stroke, no one's really done it. So it's going to be a learning curve, but I think like immediately we're going to have a good thing to go racing straight away.
You think it's going to be competitive?
Definitely. I do feel like people have finished Erzberg obviously on a 4-stroke before, and extreme races. Like Graham used to ride a 4-stroke back in the 450 4-stroke.
Wow.
Obviously Letty's dad's finished on a 450 BMW back in the day. So I'm super confident that the bike's good enough to even get a podium.
Amazing. And that is the next race then. Are we going to see you anywhere before Erzberg?
No, I'm going to go home from here. I probably won't do any races up until Erzberg. I'm just going to go ride over some big rocks, ride in some wet woods, which is, Erzberg is wet woods and big rocks.
Yeah.
The hill climbs aren't an issue, so yeah, just do that for the next 4 weeks until we go there, really.
Nice. So obviously the 450, 250, they're going to be out very soon. What do you think is the best selling point to put these bikes on the market?
I think the overall package, the KYB suspension, the frame, the engine's good. The engine's so strong. I think it's the strongest 250/450.
Yeah, the numbers
market.
are insane, actually, aren't they?
So it's not like it's going to be an issue. So I just think the overall package is so good. And I know that the testing that the boys have done through, like they're doing motos all day, every day on the bikes, and they're following the service plan, and they're constantly doing that Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
And they have done that for the last few years, so they know what goes wrong and what doesn't. So I think they've literally ironed out all the issues that they have had, and they've brought out this bike which is ready to go. Amazing.
So top line, we're saying you don't really need to do anything. You buy the bike, you could go racing the next day because it's got everything you need. I know, obviously, even the fact they've got fans on them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's such an add-on that you'd normally add, isn't it? So
Exactly. And it comes with the suspension. Is all you need to do if you want to do anything is change internals. It's not like you need to go and buy another set of suspension and buy this and buy that.
Yeah.
I feel like obviously everyone's got their own specific suspension settings that they like, or somebody says that they like stiffer fork and stuff like that. So I think from what you've got, get your suspension done and then you're ready to go.
Mega. All right, mate. Thank you very much for chatting.
Thank you very much.
All the best. And yeah, we'll see you at Erzberg.
We will do indeed.
Cheers, guys.